Hey everyone, we have 7 rage riffs for you to enjoy and aggressively play, is the best way I can describe them. They are all taken from the same album, and they are 7 of my favourite, basically my favourite, Rage Against the Machine riffs. So I'm not going to give you any rambly stuff, apart from the fact that if you do enjoy this video, please like, hit the bell button, subscribe to the channel, and check out my Lit Friday videos as well, because you may enjoy those. But here come the riffs now. Riff 1, taken from Bombtrack. Here we go. So this one goes. That's your first little bit. It's basically around the pentatonic scale, and we end up with 0, thick string. Then you've got 2 on the D string, open D string, to the A string 2 0. Not 2 0, just 2. So it goes 0, thick string. 2 on the D, open D, 2 on the A, open D again, back to the 2 on the A, open A, 3, 0 on that thick string. That's the first bar. Then you're going to the 2 on the D again, to the open, 2 on the A string, and then it's open D, 2 on the D, with an open G. Then you've got the same bar again at the first as the first bar, and then it's which is that. So it's basically 0 on the thick string again, 2 0 on the D, 2 on the A, D open, 2 on the A, and then 3 2 on the E string, thick E. Back. Which is basically 0 2 on that thick string, and then you go into the 4th fret on the 4th string, the D string. And it's 0 2 again. So you're going to stop that second 2 like that, and then it's 2 4 on the D string. Same thing again, 0 2 4, 0 2 0, and then the chordal part of, which is kind of like a power chord, but just with an extra note added on to that bottom string. So the power chord itself is going to be fret 4, 6, 6, which is like a C sharp, taking that down to the C and then down to a B, so you're coming down 1 fret or a semitone each time, but you're actually going to be adding on the 4th fret on the thick string as well, and the 3rd fret on the thick string, and then the 2nd fret on that thick string. Okay, so okay, now this one has got a nice little blues curl in it, that little section there. So if you're not used to a blues curl, basically you're playing the string and slightly bending it just before you come off of that note onto the next. So we're starting with the, which is 2-2-0, and then 2-2-2-2-5, and with that blues curl. So open and then sliding into that 5th fret, and then it goes, which is the, again, down a blues scale. He seems to like these blues scales. So it's 2-2-0-2-0, and then to the 4th fret on that 4th string, to the 2, down the blues scale itself on the 5th string, and then to the 5th fret on that thick string with that little blues curl. So that's a nice little run just to get used. This is one of the ones I find harder. So this is Bullet in the Head, and you've got this, and it starts off palm muted, and then it opens up. So it's straightforward enough, but it's just the speed of it where I'm not used to down picking fast, and I think you need quite a swift down pick on this to make it work really well. But anyway, power chords are E, and then going to the D, which is the 5 and 7, going to the A, same frets, different strings. And the way I do this, I use finger 1 and 4 for the E and the D, and then 1 and 3 for the A. Going up to the B flat, back to the A, open thick string, the G, which is 3 and 5, up to the A, back to the G, and then 3 strikes to that open E string. So Know Your Enemy Riff 1. Now this one is, I'm going to say it's quite tricky in the sense of you're going to need a kill switch to make it work, or you could go but he uses a kill switch, I think, on this, Tom Morello. But I'm with a Les Paul or any sort of like configuration, where you've got 2 volumes, so 1 for each pickup. You can kind of turn 1 volume off, so it acts like a kill switch. Now with this, you're going to be tapping on the notes, and as you tap, you're going to take that kill switch or turn it off and then kill it. And that's going to act as your kill switch, but fret wise is something you're going to need to practice because it's a coordination thing as well. Frets, you've got 9, 7, 9, 7, 9 on the A string, 7 on the D, and then 9, 7 on the A string. Then it does 9, 7, 9, 7, 9 on the A string again. Then this time you're going 9, 7 on the D string, and then 7 on the A string, and then you've got 9, 7, 9, 7, 9 on the A string again, 7 on the D, and then it's the 9 on the A, and then you've got 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8 on the A string. So that's that one. Riff 2. We've got. Let's get the right sound for that. Sorry. So that one. Now this one is a little bit more aggressive, and you've got a lot of sort of staccato notes to add into it. And I've got an itchy finger, and it's going to take a little bit of getting used to get that, because you're going to have to take the pressure off the notes that you're pushing down on the fretted hand, and obviously use your right hand just to slightly mask that sort of ringing of the strings as well. So that's your first part. So I'm going to tell you in power chords. So you've got an open E string into the F sharp, up to the A, back to the F sharp, to an E, back to the F sharp. Then it goes, which is the E, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, and then you've got C, B, A. So that's 3, 5, 5, 2, 4, 4, 0, 2, 2. Okay. Then it goes again, which we've already done. Then you've got this. So it's kind of like a damped note or a percussive strike, where you're muting all those notes and then putting the pressure on the chord, muting them again, pressure on the chord, muting, pressure, muting, pressure. The chords for that are basically C sharp, 4, 6, 6, B, 2, 4, 4, A, 0, 2, 2, E, 0, 2, 2. And that's it. So the last riff we've got. Nice one. So starts with a 4 on the D string, to the 2 on the E, and then open E, back to the 2. Then you've got kind of bringing in that blues scale again, which is 0, 2, 3, 4 on the A string, and then 0, 2, 3, 4 on the D string. So then after you've done that part, you've got, which is just 0, 2, 3 on that third, that's the 5th string, back to the 2, back to the 0, and then 2 on that 6th string to finish. So not the normal thing you would see on my channel. Obviously it's more lick based, but I will be doing more of this from time to time. And if you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the bell button, liking the video and sharing with all your friends. Please check out the Lick Friday series that I do every week. We're now at week, at the time of this recording, was 294, I think it is. So there's quite a few licks for you to learn and chuck into your vocabulary. And that's it. I will bid you all farewell, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you later.